Uh, Eventually. Do you guys hear music?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's nice.
What happened to
Oh.
my music?
I don't.
Reloading page.
It's only music for me.
Well, we're
Hello.
live. Lamau? Hello and welcome. I wish I had audio, but
Well, it stopped.
yeah, because I stopped it. Huh?
I have it again.
Yep.
Yep. Mine is not, though.
I have it now.
Oh, geez, now I have
have
it.
audio.
Okay, cool. It just took a while. I don't know why it took so long, but it did. We're here, though. Welcome. This is a scuffed start to the stream. This is great, though. Excellent, as always.
Taco music.
It'll
well.
probably just take a second to load. I think it was downloading one by one instead of all at once like it usually does. But either way, here we are. Welcome to the Keepers of the Candles, which so far has neither candles nor keepers nor candle keep. But you're all aspiring to get there, so we'll get there when we can. I promise it won't be too much longer. You guys are making good progress in this adventure. You followed your treasure map to pretty much its end at this point. You've gone past the scorched hill, the bridge over the river, past a hand-shaped stone figure, past the three-tree hill, and past Witchway. All of it. You found all of the stops along the way, and each one has had several pages of this strange book you found that kicked off your adventure.
Cool.
Then finally, you've reached a cabin atop a hill. I really almost shouldn't call it a cabin. Much fancier. It's, actually, I think I have an image that I could share with you all. Here. If I do one of these, I'm going to drop it in Candlekeep General. If it's going to want to do that, that would be sick. I promise I'm prepared. There we go. Yeah, it was just taking time to load, I guess, for you. It was for me as well. That is what it looks like from the outside. You guys approach...
There's a raven.
Indeed.
It's not menacing at all.
Not at all. And in fact, at risk of ruining the music again... There we go. This is more of the tone. So you guys approach this hill at the end of your journey, with the book starting to have portions of it redacted, blotted out in ink, speaking of a graveyard beyond the shadows, in the Shadowfell, actually, somewhere in one of the domains of Dread. This hill is shrouded in mist. Mist that never really clears, and you guys are arriving almost at nightfall. Atop the hill is a small cemetery with only a few graves. It appears to be just some scattered family members, relatives of the people who lived in this estate, whoever may have lived here previously. And this looks an awful lot like what you guys see on your treasure map. If you remember, I have it pinned there as well. You have a little building with some towers and such. That appears to be the destination of your map. So whatever you're looking for is probably inside. As you approach, you can also see, yes, as Liam pointed out, some ravens scattered around the fences around the graveyard, as well as some ravens on the roof of the house that begin to scatter as you approach. What you guys doing?
Well, quick question, DM. Have we slept since the dragon fiasco?
You have, yes. It has been over a day. This last little portion of the journey took you a little bit longer than the others. Once you got past the scorched hill, you quickly found a place to camp. It's been a new day, so if you guys are not rested, you may take a rest.
Oh, okay.
And it is now at the end of this next day of travel that you arrive at your destination.
So is new day?
Yes.
Cool. No, I have my spell slot back. Woo!
Woo! So, as you guys approach this building, let me go ahead and see. Hopefully, it has loaded for everybody at this point. And I can just click it and activate it, and it'll be ready to go.
Yeah.
I knew this was a big one, so I preloaded
it. Looks dark.
Indeed.
I wish I could see anything.
If you would like to light a torch, you may.
Now you know how Koso felt.
Yeah.
First thing, I have dark vision at least.
You should, yeah. You should be able to see some things around you.
You
You might have to zoom out your
okay.
map to see
I
where
can see
your
it.
character is
yeah.
starting in the top right.
Okay. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I have 60 feet, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably can't see too much from where you are, but you should be able to see just the outsides of a building in front of you here. And some of you can see the graveyard to the far south of the map as well, depending on your ranges of dark vision.
I do. I see that. I see there's a fence.
I can now see some stairs, Pog.
Bog?
Well, do you want the elemental surprise? If there's somebody who
Oh.
lives here,
That's a good point you raised that I should have mentioned about this place. It doesn't just look ominous from the outside, it's also extremely broken down looking. You can see all of the windows, most of the windows are smashed. The window, what do you call them? I mean, a lot of the windows are, very small panes and like a mesh of wire, almost like stained glass, but a lot of them have shutters as well. Those shutters are like off their hinges and shattered, and there are holes in the roof and stuff. It appears this place is pretty run down.
Check magic up.
That's pretty fair.
Sorry.
Nope, that's all good. So you've got 30 feet of magic detection, and you do not detect anything around you at the moment. I mean, other than your own allies and their equipment.
Can I peek into the windows?
Sure. I mean, you can move your token around the map even if you want. There are windows that you can actually peek into if you find, if you can get close enough to them and such. Like you can probably see right there.
Okay. I was worried I was clipping in.
A little bit, but you can't
Oh, am
actually
I?
make it through the window from there. You can just lean up
Oh, there we
against
go.
it, basically. Yeah.
What's up,
The blue is detect magic, I think.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, jeez.
Wait, what did I?
What is happening?
What's going on? Sorry.
There's
Why
like
is there a
giant
purple?
purple splotch now.
Don't know who put that down, but it's there.
I think detect magic forces me to make an AoE, so it did that before I was able to
Ah.
move my character.
Should we go
Is the
inside?
gate to the cemetery locked?
It is not.
Is the website frozen for anyone else? Oh,
Your browser might
I'm
be
back.
lagging a
Yeah.
little bit.
I don't see anything inside that looks hazardous. This looks like a broken down house.
Is there anything written on any of the tombstones?
On the tombstones, yes. Give me a second, please. On the tombstones, that is... There we go. I've got to navigate to the proper place here. There we go.
I don't even remember what the story said about where.
On the tombstones are the names of Baron Brentifax. Listed under that is husband, father, hunter. Let no man stand above another. The next one is Brorn, Hound of Brantifax, faithful to the end. And then next there is Peluth, our pride and joy, lost too soon. And Sylphine, beloved daughter, may she find peace at last.
Can you repeat those, or is it?
Let me drop them in
Yeah.
Discord for you.
Okay, cool.
The story say the book say anything about like where?
There was a whole big section that was redacted from the book, and then suddenly they were in the Shadowfell. That is what you know.
Right. So all we know is that there's something at this house, and then something happened, and then the Shadowfell happened.
Right.
Hmm. Oh, jeez.
Yep. Give me a sec. This is gonna fuck some things probably, but I'm working on something behind the scenes.
It's not doing it. It's just centering on my tile.
Yeah. That's because I'm changing settings.
Mm.
See if I can get this to actually work. There we go. Okay, yes, it does. Perfect.
Well, shall we
just
go
trying to see.
inside? I don't see any reason yet to do anything to these graves before we know more.
Yeah, messing with grades can be a bit risky sometimes. If we're gonna go to the witch's house, sneaky or no?
Hmm.
If there's somebody powerful and sentient, they may not be very happy with having people sneak up on them. But also, if other things have taken over, announcing ourselves may get us into trouble.
As you guys are sitting there mulling that over, you hear the sound of smashing glass coming from one of the upper floors inside the building. The only sound in the dark, cold evening you find yourselves on, and some of the ravens on the roof begin to scatter.
Which one of you could make a sneaky? I say we sneak in Isa.
I think I can be pretty sneaky, but I don't know for sure. I definitely have good stealth stats.
Does somebody have pass without a trace is what I'm trying to ask.
Have what?
Yes.
Okay.
Have what?
Pass Without Trace is the spell you guys used to be extra sneaky in the last session.
Gotcha.
I was trying to do it in character without referencing spells, but
Is
So it's
there
just a
some
matter
way
of-
that we could pass, but without a trace?
I don't even know close to enough about spells to have known.
It's okay.
I think it's really just a
But that's
question
pretty
of
funny.
if that glass shattering is like a sign that if something in there knows we're here or just happenstance.
either way, the longer we stand out here talking, the more likely they are to know we're here. Right? Maybe.
We see something first.
We should probably go check out what's happening.
I'm just gonna start sneaking towards the entrance.
Okay, if you're sneaking, give me a stealth check, please. 21. Group stealth check if everybody's sneaking. If anyone's not sneaking, let me know instead of rolling.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Would this be considered rocky terrain?
Would, just the
Would
places you're
stone
in?
camouflage? be
Um,
applicable here?
yeah, I would say if you're trying to hide against the stone outside walls, yes. But as soon as you enter a place that's not stone, no.
Okay.
So if you're trying
then
to
I'll
sneak
just use-
around the outside edge of the house, yes. But anywhere
I'll
else,
just
no.
use my normal stealth check then.
All right. Okay. Pretty good checks all around. You guys feel pretty sneaky. Where are you going?
Can't see the map super clearly, but I'm trying to find the front door.
Yeah, you guys. I put you guys near it when you started. There's a little bit of a front porch, like kind of steps up there where
Okay.
Zinra was going. Yeah,
Yeah.
Zinra and Zandri.
Yeah, but you weren't thinking there'd be
Yeah.
2 Z people in the one
Nope.
in one session.
Do we
Definitely.
know? Do we know around which area in the top floor the glass broke? Like, was it on the opposite side of the house or the side that we were on?
I mean, you guys were a little bit away from the house and down. You could make me a quick perception check to see if you could tell that, but it would not be the easiest thing to tell from the location you're at. Especially not with how many holes there are in the house. Yeah, you have no idea. Somewhere, the best I can tell you is it was on a higher
Glass
floor.
I'm going to gently touch the handle and try and turn just enough to see if there's a locking mechanism. I don't want to open it just in case the door squeaks. Just test if it's locked and if whatever handle it has
Yep, so you're able to turn the handle
turns
just
all the
fine.
way.
It turns all the way.
Okay. Then I open the door as quietly as I possibly can, and then
You go
start swinging it.
to push open the door and it gets caught against something. It's stuck, it doesn't open.
And my detect magic is still.
Correct. Still detecting nothing.
Well, I guess I'll try pushing the door a little harder.
You trying to like force the door open?
Yeah, just see if it's just a sticky door, if it feels like somebody's intentionally blocked it.
Okay.
Just like push hard enough to get past the sticky door before like throwing my whole weight against it.
Okay. Yeah. So you give it a good push, but nothing like any kind of great force that would be, break your stealth or anything. Just give it some more weight.
Mhm.
And so you feel something solid behind the door. It feels like it's closed. I mean, it's perhaps there is some other mechanism keeping this door closed besides just the handle.
Okay.
That's what it feels like to you.
Well, guys, door's closed. If we're gonna open it, it's not locked, so we can't pick a lock. But if we're gonna open it, we might make some noise. Ori, I hate to ask this of you, but could you do a little recon before we get too far?
That'd be a good idea.
Hmm?
There was a window to the side of the house that you were able to see a pretty good amount of the house from.
Yeah, I was more thinking like second floor. You have wings, right?
Indeed.
Yeah.
And this map is fancy enough, this is what I've been working on lately, that if you increase your elevation, you'll actually be able to see into the windows of other floors. So if you right click your token to
wow.
to give yourself a little extra height, you'll be able to, and you fly around the outside of the house, you'll see different windows again. So you'll need to bump up your height. If you want to go to the second floor or the third floor, like that, go all the way up to the roof basically at that point, then you'll be able to see some things. So you can see that from your perspective, you've flown up to what is like the 3rd floor, which is some extra windows at the top of the roof. You can see there are some towers and things up here.
Are the windows in good condition?
No, but most of the glass has been shattered away, but the windows are all like the windows are all, I don't know what to call it, what the style of windows are, but like that it's a lot of like metal grates with tiny little like inch wide panes in it, right? If you know what I mean, like almost like stained glass, but it's just
Okay.
I'm not certain what the style of that would be called, but yeah, they're all like fancy, nice looking patterned windows.
Difficult to crawl through.
Yes. You would have to probably do some prying of what looks to be pretty thin metal, but you might be able to pry that more than bash it. Especially with how disrepair it is at the moment. Oh, you
I
are
found
you
a collision bug.
you have
I
no
found a
clip.
collision
Yes.
bug.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't change your height too arbitrarily.
No, yeah, sorry. I was gonna reverse the no clip.
It's all good, but from
Yeah.
10 feet up, you're at the 2nd floor. You can see in through that window anyways, so you didn't see anything you wouldn't have otherwise seen. So
Yeah.
it's all good.
I'll submit a bug report at the end of the session.
If I think I can do it stealthily enough, I'm gonna try and get at one of the windows and see about bending them, like
Okay.
just twisting them out of the way enough to make a hole for at least me to go through, so I can maybe deal with the door and then let Darbeck in because they're bigger.
So the closest windows you saw were just around the southern corner here, or there were like 3 sets of large windows around the northern corner. Yeah, like these ones here. If you
Okay,
get a
I'll
little
go-
closer, yeah, that little like nook there has a bunch of windows around it.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get into one of those windows.
Okay, go ahead and give me a. If you're trying to pry them, give me a strength check.
I'll also use guidance.
Okay.
Okay, what does that do?
Add a D4.
Nope, I did not mean to
Yes.
be zooming at.
North south on this map.
Okay. There's a treasure chest in the in the southwest tower at the top.
You said +4?
D4.
D4.
Okay.
Definitely want to go check that out. It might contain what we're looking for.
Oof. You go to pry at these little fragments of the window, but it's also, I mean, there's still bits of sharp glass in there, so you're not putting too much pressure, and you're also still trying to be stealthy. So it feels like it's going to take a lot more destructive force than you can do while you're being stealthy and gentle here to get these things pried.
How about... Oh. The wall around it is stone, correct?
Yes, stone bricks.
Okay. Mold earth works on stone as well, correct?
I don't believe so. I believe it is loose dirt or earth, specifically.
What was it
You choose
again?
a portion of dirt or stone that you can see within range that fits within a 5-foot cube.
Yes, if you
If
target
you
an area of
target
loose
it,
earth, then you can do something.
You can excavate it. Filling out words.
You can basically make like images or spikes on stone, but if you want to like move it
Okay.
out of the way or dig through it, that's a much higher level spell.
Oh,
Because I think like pass wall is what you'd be looking for, which I think is like much bigger.
Mhm.
How-
Like 5th level would be my estimate. Yeah, fifth level.
How are these windows locked?
They are not. They were never designed to open.
Okay.
They are just like, I guess, like lattice work is probably the proper term of like metal wires crisscrossing with glass panels in between all of the intersections. So Quiniana was trying to pry some of that wire large enough that she could wiggle through, but it was a little too tough.
Well, we can keep trying or ditch stealth. What do you guys think?
As you guys are discussing that, you three that are next to each other there, just above, coming from one of the windows higher up, you hear a soft thud, and then the sound of something being dragged across the floor and thudding into other things as it goes, just slowly like Paul, thud, that kind of thing.
Alright, I'm just gonna shoulder in this door then.
Okay. If you'd like to try and force in the door, give me a strength check.
I'm not a strong person. I
You
don't think any
thud
of us
against
are
the door, and it kind of rattles in place a little bit, but you don't make any progress there.
Maybe someone in a larger weight class and without hollow bones should try.
That does eliminate several of you.
Be my guess. Darbeck?
Darbeck isn't here.
Where's Darbeck?
What was Liam trying to say?
I was gonna try to open this door with my mage hand. This door inside.
Yeah, sure. Let's handle that real quick. Your mage hand can reach how far?
30 feet.
Yeah, easily. The windows are shattered, so you can send your mage hand in there and you click open this door. You can see just a little bit into the room beyond.
Okay.
And yes, that door
Actually-
was unlocked.
There don't seem to... Alright, I'm gonna go back to the party then.
Do I need to be able?
How's
Do you need to be able
the
to
quality
see?
of
To what?
Do I need to like swarm hand?
Yeah.
If I can't see, it's not really helpful. Is the question like, can I? If the bees go inside, am I getting information from what they're seeing of like what mechanism is keeping this door shut?
Let's see. I think
feel like
you have to see things to manipulate.
Okay,
them,
so that wouldn't be helpful.
So I will tell everyone that I was able to open the doors inside, but I was not able to see the front door. Like I was hoping I would.
Darbeck, do you mind trying to force open this door? We're hearing a lot of noises. We need to get in.
Okay, that's a strength check, right?
That's a strength check.
Oh no.
a bunch of nerds.
Not a saving throw,
These
but
are a bunch of nerds.
Oh my god.
Does anyone even have a strength modifier above +0?
no.
No.
Okay. I'm just gonna let you know then. Several of you, just to abbreviate this a little bit, several of you try and shoulder in this door, and none of you are strong enough to shoulder in this door.
All right, I might have a key. Let's see if this works. There we go.
Sacred flame is not actual flame. It is radiant light.
I was lied to.
Flame,
This is
flame
not
light.
like a refund.
Flame light is the first word.
You think I read past the name? I was just looking for fire. How about this one?
Is
Does
it
this do anything?
That
the
will
door made out of
absolutely
wood?
do something. Are you gonna do that?
Okay.
Oh, I thought this might be more of like a sunburn sort of thing.
I'm afraid of burning the house down.
The house
gotta-
is made of
Okay.
stone.
Is
Okay,
it-
I'm gonna.
what's the door made out of?
Wood.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well.
How do I rotate a cone?
Shift scroll.
Shift scroll. Okay, thank you. I didn't want to position this directly into the party.
Alright. Yes, Joanna.
I'd like to do Eldritch Blast against the door since it is wood.
fun fact about Eldritch Blast that goes
Oh,
underappreciated.
creature.
Yeah, yes, indeed.
Okay,
It is not
oops.
Eldritch Gun. It is Eldritch Blast is essentially you try to fry a creature's magical circuits with like a burst of magic energy, which is why it's force damage. That's how I kind of see it. So
Lovely.
that doesn't do
Okay.
much against a wooden door, unfortunately.
All right, back to the arson.
Yes.
Back to the burn.
Mm,
Yeah, arson. Yes.
Casting a level.
before-
Yes, go for it.
Before we try to burn it, can I try to break it down with some swords?
Let's break it down with what?
Break it down with swords.
Uh,
Can we just burn it? A lot of things aren't working.
Yeah, that's good.
It's been 30 minutes. Can we just burn it?
yeah, I don't think that's gonna. Yeah, sorry. Your magic swords clatter against the door, and they do a little bit of damage to it. You feel like if you sat here a while and sort of chainsawed at it for a bit, you might get through it. But a leveled spell, significantly more powerful than a cantrip. Cantrips don't really do much. Leveled
I had a
spell
feeling
of
we
fire.
were.
That is very powerful. You unleash your cone of magic fire, which just tears a hole right through the door. It's actually kind of funny. Like, it's a cone, so it starts pretty small in front of you and expands outwards. So you actually only burn a hole in the door that's about 2 or 3 feet wide, and then the rest of the fire just erupts into the room beyond. But that gives you enough leeway that you can see through the hole. There was an iron bar like going across the door, kind of barring it to several brackets on the wall, keeping it closed from the inside.
Unfortunately, we have smaller people
And now you're able to just reach in and lift that, so you can open the
Oh.
door.
or hands. Hands are also good.
Hands are also good.
Wish I had some. All I got are these claws. Sharp though.
And go through the door now?
You can open the door now. Yep. So
Okay,
inside
uh,
this room, there's a bunch of hooks on the wall. They're rusty iron hooks embedded into the wall. Hanging from a couple of these are a shovel and a rake, and there's a very old, dusty cloak hanging from one of the hooks as well.
Anything magical?
You don't see anything magical.
Alright, and this door is open or this door?
The door to the left is open. Darbeck opened that one.
Okay, I'm gonna head through here. No, it's not.
You closed it on yourself. You closed it on yourself again.
Okay,
Here, if you use the arrow keys to move around too, that can be pretty easy.
okay. Those are those go upstairs, correct?
Correct.
Alright.
Is this door in front of me?
Hold on.
locked?
While we're seeing several things at once here, so I just want to go through this real quick. 3 of you are in that room, 2 of you in another room. I need to describe the second room. So now that Soren and Quiniana are in this room, you can see just a bit of moonlight enters this room through the bulge in the north wall, with all of the cracked windows looking out over the foggy veil. Dusty sheets cover most of the room's furnishings. Cobwebs stretch between the antlers, wolf heads, and other hunting trophies mounted on the walls. A pale rectangle above the large fireplace suggests that a picture or a mirror once hung there. Now you may continue. Xandri, you had a question now, I think?
I was mostly just making sure no one was checking checked this door.
No one has
I'm
checked
saying
that door.
All right. I'm gonna slowly turn the door to make sure, to see if it'll open.
Yep, the doorknob moves as you expect.
All right, I'm just gonna open it.
You see a set of stairs going down into a dank and dark basement.
Oh, that's immediate.
And yes, if you step in there, you will be immediately transported to the basement. Or if you go down one step and then back up, you'll go upstairs again.
Okay. All right. Well,
How do I see the room that I'm trying to move into?
I believe that is because of Soren flying around and giving you guys a bit of fog of war earlier. So you guys are able to see a little bit of where you're going. even though you haven't quite
Oh.
been there yet.
Like
I think that
last
was
minute
also-
iteration.
I think that was
Windows.
also because we were all south of the house, and
Yeah.
there's a window right there, so we could see
Uh,
into it.
And as well, Quiniana, as you're walking through that room is... Okay, here we go. The centerpiece of this parlor is a gold inlaid low table, which you're currently standing on, around which a handful of overstuffed chairs and sofas are neatly arranged. Other furniture includes a cabinet full of glass decanters and wine goblets, and a 6-foot-tall gilded harp is in the northwest corner. A staircase in the northeast corner ascends to the second floor, and several dusty sheets lie in a small heap nearby.
Are the sheets like linen sheets?
They appear to be so.
Okay.
Wait, where?
Joanna went up up the staircase to the right, where yes, that
East.
one. Yeah,
Ooh, okay.
she's getting. Oh, okay. She's on the second floor now.
I did see some things down in the basement. There's maybe a well.
Oh gosh, if you're right, okay, we need to. Can you guys move as a pack, please? Because I'm supposed to like describe every room as you enter it, and if you're just going crazy, then I can't trigger anything. Let you move around.
Oh, I came back to the
okay.
group.
Oh, it's fine. I'm just
All right,
saying,
I'll
like,
head-
there are things that I was supposed to tell you when you got to those rooms downstairs that I didn't because I was watching other people and stuff. That's fine though. Just saying. If we could avoid scattering and searching everything at once so that I can actually do things one by one, that would be great.
Okay, I thought you already read the room to
No.
Trevor when he went through that door, so I went down so I could have vision on it.
No, I did not yet. I just said it was a basement. He came immediately up. Yes, but as Quiniana goes upstairs to explore the hallways above, you hear from one of the nearby rooms, one of the doors, Quiniana, you hear a scream. The loud scream, the blood-curdling scream of a man sounding like he's dying.
Alright.
We
I'm
hear
gonna
that as
rush
well?
towards the sound.
Did we hear that as well? So we can.
You
try
would
to
have heard
get
it coming
together?
from upstairs, yes.
Let's go check that out.
Which way did it go?
It
Come
came from your left. From the
Yeah,
west.
so-
So down this hallway?
She went. I did not see where she went. Okay.
You guys did not see where she went.
Well,
Peek in this room. Anybody there?
You don't see anybody. Although I will describe that room for you. That room is extremely old, has lots of cobwebs all over it. It appears that it has not been used in many years.
Alright. Next.
This room is pretty much identical to the one next door.
Alright. Up we go.
oh gosh. We're moving.
Alright, that room upstairs. We are really moving. That room upstairs. You find an attic up here. It appears pretty poorly kept. There are lots of holes in the roof, and you can see sort of the scattered boards and roof tiles that have fallen through on the floor around you.
Is
Scattered.
there anybody in there?
You don't see anybody. The rafters are home to several birds' nests, and there are 2 wooden bed frames against the north wall. Built into the window between them is a wooden storage trunk. It appears sealed with a padlock.
Any magic?
You do not see any magic.
Is this where the scream was coming from?
From the position you were in, it only sounded like you could only hear that it was coming from the hallway that you just ran down to get to the staircase.
To get to what?
The staircase you're standing in is at the end of a hallway. You heard it coming from that
Okay.
hallway because you were around the corner. You just heard like it's
Yeah.
around the corner.
Did I miss any doors?
Yeah, you can go back and check.
Okay.
DM, on the second floor, this doorway appears to open into like the bottom of another staircase. This does not seem safe.
Yeah, that actually goes. So that's level. Like you just stepped level, and then it goes up. If that makes any sense. Like,
Oh, I see. Got it.
because the room below did the same thing. It's like a half floor.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, peeking in
and
this room.
that room
Sorry.
that Soren, no, that's Soren actually. Soren entered. It's no problem. I just need to make sure that once people enter rooms, I describe
Yep.
those to you so you don't miss them. So there's 2 leather padded armchairs in here. And draped over each chair is a wolf skin. There's a narrow spiral staircase that you already see there, choked with cobwebs winding up the wall. There is a large, handsome desk in the room as well. You can see just barely by the staircase there.
Anything in the drawers?
You can check if you wish.
I would like to do that.
The drawers are locked.
How good are talons at lockpicking?
Pretty bad, but you could try. That would just be a dexterity check. I'd say you'd be a dexterity check at disadvantage because you don't have proper tools.
Alright.
Yeah, you
Well-
jam the talon in there and just kind of get stuck, and you have to shake it out for a minute before you're free.
Alright, I guess I'll go up the spiral staircases if we just want to get that next room out of the way.
Can I send message? Do I have to be able to see people to send message, or can I just know
No,
where they
you
are?
just need to know their vague direction.
Alright. I'm just gonna start pointing around the house and say there's another,
yes,
like, and say, guys, there's another offshoot past that room with the desk. I don't want to go in here by myself, but I think it might have what we're looking for, or at least a source of experience.
I also should mention I have not described the room that Darbeck is standing next to yet either. If somebody went in there earlier, I see the doors open, so I should probably get to that one as well.
That might have just been me trying to go past it and accidentally opened it.
Okay, that's fine. But the door, so, okay, if nobody intentionally opened that door, then that's still closed.
Which door?
That door there,
This one.
yeah, that.
Oh, I think I might have at one point.
So if you'd like to look in there, okay. That room is... You have found the master bedroom. This spacious room, one of the largest rooms in the house so far, besides like the den, has rusty oil lamps and a 4-poster, stands against the south wall. Its bedposts carved to look like stags and wolves. Opposite the bed is a stone hearth with a black marble mantle, and has a pair of elk antlers mounted above it. A bare, dust-covered writing desk is set against the west wall under a pair of tall windows flanked by burgundy drapes. Other furnishings include a tall wardrobe in the northeast corner and an empty dog kennel in the southeast corner.
Any magic?
No magic that you can see.
I'm gonna keep going down the hallway. And then figure out what's... Is this a staircase?
Looks like it used to be. Inside this room, which would be... Let me calibrate myself on this thing. Alright. This is part of the tower you can see from outside, the largest tower that is part of this building. There appears to be a lower floor of it as well that I don't know if anyone has been to yet. But this floor is flat, doesn't seem to have many furnishings in it. However, it looks like you can tell, even without any kind of check, it appears that some sort of explosion happened here at some point. There's a large hole in the ceiling above, and just a few boards sticking out of the wall that look like they once may have resembled a staircase. And it looks like there's no easy way up, but fortunately, one of you has wings. Somebody could attempt to climb the shards of wood sticking out of the wall as well, but it would be potentially tricky. There are shards of wood and stone all over the floor. That is the mess you see down there.
Have we heard any sounds?
Heard any sounds what, sorry?
Yeah, like since the scream.
Since the scream, you have not heard anything.
Okay.
Besides your
Can I
own, the
take a
sounds of
moment
your
to
own
listen?
party walking around. Yeah, you may. Give me a perception check. Perhaps there's still a bit of adrenaline from you hearing that scream earlier, and you're still rushing around looking for who caused it, but yeah, the sound of your own blood in your ears at the moment is making it difficult for you to hear anything more subtle.
Okay.
Mm.
Guys, I just kind of assumed that the first priority would be the screamer. If you guys want to do something else, just let me know. I just immediately started searching for the sound.
I think that's probably the most pressing matter right now.
Soren, and actually Darbek and Zandri, now that you guys are all moving around a little bit, those of you closest to that staircase that Soren is at, you hear the sound of a laughing child. Just a bit of a giggle coming from up those stairs.
You know what? Actually, no.
These stairs?
The stairs Soren was at, which is in the room on the eastern side of the building.
Hey, there's a laughing child in this creepy abandoned building, and I did not want to meet
sorry.
that thing alone.
This is okay. Yeah, okay. Alright. Did you make any sort of sound, or
Nope.
I guess would we have been kind of sticking together?
I imagined he just came flying out of the damn room when that happened.
Yeah.
Zoink, Scoob!
Just
Yeah.
basically just noped out of there.
Darbek
Yeah,
and
very
Zandri
shaggy ass.
heard it as well because they were standing next to the door to the hall.
Okay.
Soren, did you see anything else up there?
I did not open the door.
I'm kind of curious about the staircase.
Now that everyone's here, might as well go in.
Go check it out.
Okay, let me describe this room to you as well. This room is... Apologies. There's a lot of clicking around through different things to get stuff here. There we go. This attic has a peaked roof that slopes down towards the east and west. So you guys are at one of the narrow ends here. Dust blankets everything in the room, including a stone hearth in the middle of the north wall, and an oval mirror mounted above it, and an oval rug on the floor. Against the west wall, half hidden behind curtains of cobwebs, is a bed sized for a young child, a rocking chair, a shelf lined with dolls, and a wash basin. A niche to the south contains a small wooden cradle, a wooden playpen, and a window box. Suspended above the playpen is a mobile made of colorfully painted fish on the ends of hooks.
Magic?
What'd you say?
Any magic in the room?
Yes. The dolls on the shelf on the far wall. They have a very faint magic in them.
What school?
There isn't one.
That's odd.
So I'm reading through ceremony for the first time to see if I can do an exorcism. Though if we do want to get divorced a bunch, we can all have +2 AC permanently.
I believe that one has a time limit on it, actually, but good thought, good thought.
Oh, it costs 25 gold piece, though.
True.
So I'm
Wait.
gonna whisper as quietly as I possibly can. Hey guys, the dolls are magic, and I don't know what kind.
I hate it. I have no idea how to go about that. I don't want to get near them, but
Am I the only one who kind of wants to spring the trap?
so far these are the only lead we have other than noises.
Oh.
So far. But you guys have kind of just walked into each room looking for magic. You haven't looked for much more than that, so... To be fair.
Yeah.
If you ever want to make rolls about things to look into things deeper, just let me know.
There's still no sign of whoever it was who would have been doing this screaming at the beginning.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just unstacking a couple tokens here. You still have not seen anybody who would be the one who screamed earlier, no.
Was there any, like, obvious signs of struggle in any of the rooms we went in? Or peeked in?
I'd say give me an investigation check. Just this will be a little bit retroactive. Like normally you'd want to check in those rooms, but I'll allow this one retroactive for now.
I was more thinking, like, very, very obvious.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess want to enter the rooms so you're not stacked up. Thank you. Any very obvious signs? No very obvious signs. But everything in this place is extremely worn down and decrepit, covered in dust, and nothing's really clean in here in the first place. So
that's fair.
but you didn't see any blood stains or recently shattered things or anything like that.
Since I wasn't searching and I heard thumping noises, I just wanted to see if there was any super obvious signs of things that could have made thumping noises.
Totally fair.
Because my character was more focused on finding a person. Thinking that there was a person to be found.
That makes sense. So far, though, you have not found a person.
There was also a door in the other attic that I don't think we opened. You want to go look over there?
As you
do that?
to suggest that, Darbeck and Zandri, you guys hear very softly coming from the dolls on the shelf that same sound of a child giggling.
Is there anything else I can notice about them, or they're in their general area?
Give me a what do you mean notice about them? Like physical details? Like what are you trying to get their vibe?
Yeah, physical. Yeah, probably both, honestly.
Physical details, I'd say investigation check. If you want to get their vibe, probably more insight. So
the vibe. Good vibes?
Let's go insight first.
I heard anything about or come across anything about the kind of magic that could enchant dolls?
Yeah, not a terribly high DC. Give me an Arcana check. Sure. So, I mean, moving small objects, or creating animated servants and things is not a incredibly difficult feat of magic. I'd say there's a variety of different spells you could get to achieve various effects similar to that. And of course, there are, even outside the realm of spells, there are many different enchantments that can be placed onto objects directly, like magic items, essentially, to create such things.
Anything that would give them sentience or project that creepy laugh sound?
Any of that could be magic, yes. You're aware that somebody could not make dolls sentient necessarily, but make them programmed to do things at certain triggers, or to play sounds with like illusion magic or things of that nature.
But the magic I sensed wasn't specifically illusory.
Correct. You didn't sense the work of any like spells directly, which would have a school.
Okay.
There's just something magic about these.
Well, somebody either has a really warped sense of humor or we're in a lot of trouble.
Just gonna have that inside check on the dolls.
So with the 22, absolutely a natural 20 even. These dolls, nothing about them looks. I mean, just dolls being covered in dust in a decrepit building, that's creepy, right? But these dolls don't look like they were made to be creepy originally. These dolls look like they were originally meant to be just the nice playthings of a young girl. They're all pretty well made, pretty well crafted. Some of them are, I mean, a lot of them are just made of different cloths and things, but some of them are carved from wood and polished. Some of them are even carved from stone. They're all different, appear to be very nice gifts to whatever young girl lived in this room. So the dolls themselves don't look evil, but I mean, you can pretty easily pick up that this building itself is not particularly a nice place to be, and if these dolls are making sounds at you, something's going on.
Because my brain is bad. The screams that we heard before, were they identifiable as like adult masculine, feminine, childlike?
The one scream you've heard was adult masculine.
Okay.
It sounded like the scream of somebody who was like actively being harmed, wounded, crying out for help.
Are there any signs of struggle in this room?
Give me an investigation check, unless you're just looking for super obvious things.
Nope, I'm actually gonna do the investigation thing this time.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, nothing around the room screams that something crazy has happened here. I mean, the window has been broken inwards at some point or another. You're not sure how or why. I mean, the carpet is in the same place on the floor it always has been, it looks like. It's got that layer of dust on it. It doesn't look like it has been kicked aside and there's like a hole of dust underneath it. You guys are leaving some of the first footprints you see in here on this layer of dust. So it doesn't look like anything has really happened.
I think our best bet is going to either be going into that other room in the attic on the other side or examining the basement, because really the last two places.
You guys also, as I mentioned earlier, sort of glanced into every room, but didn't really dig into any details in any of them, so I wouldn't really consider any rooms out, to be honest. No really like rolls were made for anything. So I kind of gathered that as like you guys opening a door, peeking inside, and then closing it. Like nothing really deep went on.
I mean, that was kind of what Quiniana was going for, is just...
Yeah, it makes sense.
Is the emergency here? Nope. Moving on.
Absolutely.
Is the emergency here? Nope.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Just letting you know that doesn't really rule out clues for things being picked up on.
So do we want to look more in depth downstairs, try the next floor, and then move to the first floor and then basement?
Okay. I know this is dumb. I want to poke fiddles. That's my character speaking. I'm not actually going to do it yet.
I personally think we should look for more information before we just touch magic dolls that are laughing at us.
As you say,
I know
laughing
you're
at
right.
us, you hear the laugh again.
Okay, let's get out of here before my curiosity gets the better of me.
All right.
All right, let's continue searching.
Go to the back down the previous floor.
Man, this map is cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, there's 2 staircases in this room.
What?
I believe this one on the left is just a little small
Yeah.
step down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it came from.
Yep, this
Okay.
room is like a half floor up, kind of like the room you went up to from downstairs. I will say that desk in here is locked, and Zoran did fail to get into it earlier.
I will
Okay.
try to unlock.
All right,
I'm gonna scan this
Sorry,
room
continue.
for stuff.
go for it. Give me an investigation check, please. And yes, you can go ahead and make that Thieves' Tools check. All right, that is enough. This desk is not supremely well locked. Just a thin little thing just to keep anybody who was, trying to tamper with things inside out of reach. There is a set of calligrapher's supplies inside, and a leather-covered journal with stylized wolf's head on the front cover.
Ooh.
Those are the main things in the desk.
I think the journal's going to be the most important piece between the things.
Yeah. Can we stop that and look at it when, well, I guess scan through it, see if there's anything useful in it.
Sure.
Maybe.
Yeah, so you begin
Is it a language I recognize?
looking around other nooks and corners and things in the room, and with a 20 investigation check, you're pretty sure that you found the main things that were interesting in the room already in the desk. So the journal, is anyone opening it?
Is it magical?
Starbuck, because he found it first.
What did
I-
Joanna say? Sorry, I couldn't understand you there.
Oh, asking if it was magical.
Oh, it is not magical.
Okay. I'm just suspicious of everything.
That's fair.
Everything's going to be a trap.
Completely fair. Also, if anyone wants to add calligraphy supplies to their inventory, they may, or I can add it for
Me.
you. You got it, because those do cost a few golds. Might as well.
I also have a spell that makes me able to change what the paper says to different people, so that's pretty awesome.
There you go. Yeah, that's like a 10 gold find right there. Not bad. So Darbeck, are you looking at that journal?
Yep.
All right. Inside, it's in common, and it's pretty quickly understandable that it is the wife of Baron Brantifax, whose journal it belongs to. Of course, she doesn't write her name anywhere on it because it's her own journal that only she would read, but just from context, you're able to pick up on who she is. Let's see. You learn some details about Baron Brantifax. He was an avid hunter, and he often invited guests to this place to hunt with him. The Baroness admired his generous nature and his vigor. He loved his trusty mastiff, Brorn, as much as he did his wife and children. The wife very much disliked it when he fed the hound scraps from the dining table. He was giving a little bit too much love to the dog. The Baroness felt very isolated here. She much preferred civilization and city life, and this place was far away from any of that. You also discover some details of the Baron's and Baroness's daughters. Sylphine, their firstborn daughter, was bedridden. She was born with terrible physical deformities. The Baroness was glad that she could be housed here in the cottage to be kept far away from the public's eye. A nursemaid was hired to watch over the child while the Baroness was away. And the Baroness described Sylphian's death at the age of 6 as merciful. You also learn about their daughter, Heluth. She took much more after her father than her mother. She liked to go on hunts, even though she was far too young to have any business out in the wild or holding weapons of any kind. And that did come back to bite the family, as at the age of 9, she was killed by a wolf while on a hunt with her father. The Baroness blames her husband for the death of their daughter. Both daughters were buried in the graveyard. And over time, through these notes, you start to see strange ramblings get more and more intense over time towards the end of the journal. Mentions of being terrified of something, of someone. And eventually, they speak of evil whispers. Whispers telling the Baroness to do things, threatening her. And the final words of the journal are, "She is coming for me." This phrase is repeated over and over again in more and more hasty writing until it transforms into another language, one that you might not recognize. What languages do you know?
Thieves can't, Dwarvish, and Common.
You do not recognize this language nor its script, although it looks similar to the script of the other book you've been reading recently.
That's what I was going to ask, so I hand it to Zinro to read the rest.
Ah,
Zinro,
yes.
the rest of the words in this book are again the same phrase repeated over and over again. She is coming for me. But they are not in Elvish, though you're able to piece it together bit by bit, mostly by comparing it to the common around it. While it's written in Elvish script, the wording of it is older, the spellings are different, the characters are strange and barely recognizable. Because I believe you just know Elvish, right?
I know Celestial, Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Orc.
Okay, actually, your familiarity with Celestial helps you out a little bit here. You kind of piece this together from both Celestial and Elvish, but it is neither language, just very similar to both. Similar enough that you're able to read it, but it appears to be a little bit different. Make me a history check. History or Arcana, your choice.
Can I help him with
They're the
it?
same.
You may, actually.
Alright,
I'll actually
do you
let you
want me
make a
to roll, or
separate
do you
check,
want to
yeah.
roll with? Okay.
I think it would be better if you make a separate check here. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oof. I get a lot of critical ones.
That's all good. Yeah, you're unable to piece it together, unfortunately, what language exactly this is, but there's just something very, it's much more, it, like, emphasizes the consonants a little bit harder. There's just more of them in the language, and it's just a more harsh language in general than Elvish typically is, though it's written in Elvish script. You're not quite sure. But again, you are able to piece it together that it is still saying over and over again, "She is coming for me."
And we only have 4 graves, right? The father, the 2 kids, and the dog.
Yep.
You mentioned that
I
aloud,
will have yes.
and again, the giggle. But this time, not from up the stairs. It's right in your left ear. All of you.
Oh my god.
Look left.
Nothing there.
Perhaps we should make haste.
I guess let's just keep stretching
I will
away.
hold on to journal.
Okay. Yeah, definitely keep that. Let's see if we can find more, just because I don't know if this is enough to get us in.
I think we've got everything in this room.
Let's check out the bedroom next.
Quiniano is pretty
What's
certain
this?
you found everything in the room
Yeah,
with a
but trust
20
me.
investigation check.
It's just oh,
Alright.
So this appears to be the master bedroom, as mentioned before.
The master suite.
That's probably a good place to look if we're respecting the life.
I'll fly up.
Are you going up there?
Yeah.
So yeah, so go ahead all the way to the left and like northwestern side of the room is where the hole is, and then you can just increase your height by 10 feet. But I'm gonna
Sure.
focus on the party in the master bedroom for now, if you don't
Yeah,
mind.
that's fine.
Alright. So yeah, you guys are looking through this room here. There's a desk and there's a bed. You can just look around the room in general. What you guys doing?
I'm
Are there any,
just
like,
gonna look
drawers?
around in general.
Okay, investigation check if you're looking around. Okay. Looking around the room, Quiniana, just to the southwest of where you are, you find a panel in the wall. A little bit different than the other bricks around it. Sunk in a little bit. You're pretty sure if you can find the right way, this might be a door.
Can I look around it looking for a locking, unlocking mechanism?
Sure. It'll be another investigation check. And you said you were looking for drawers, Sandri?
yeah, just if there's anything out in the open like that.
So this one does not have locked drawers on it like the other one did. The drawers are open and empty, unfortunately. 17 investigation check. You look around the room a little bit, you try to mess with some things, and you eventually find that the bedpost on the wall nearest the door moves a little bit when you lean on it, and you're able to twist it, and when you do, the door just pops open onto a hinge and slowly creaks inwards.
Where is it in the room? The door?
It is to the southwest of Quiniana.
Okay.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, I see it now. Okay.
So if you'd like me to pop you through there, I can.
That would be wonderful.
So it just leads in here with Zoran. Zoran is up a floor though from you. Here, I can actually just do that for you.
Oh,
all,
so
you
it
can
just
see through.
leads to the same place that we went in before.
Yeah. But it is interesting that it came from the master bedroom.
Almost
Yeah.
like it's an escape.
Essentially.
Oh,
Thorin, do you see anything?
There's a chest.
Indeed, I'll pop up to Zoran real quick. Up top in that section, there we go. On the uppermost floor, where Zoran is, there's a wooden chest with a scorched lid and clawed iron feet. Does not appear to have a lock on it.
I'd like to open it.
Alright. Inside,
Auto-
there's a bunch of different cloth, like, sort of compartments to hold different valuable things safe from each other. Little pockets. Almost all of them are empty,
No.
but there is one potion.
Yes. What's the color?
The color is it's a dense purple liquid with a cloud of pink floating in it.
Oh yes, my favorite flavor.
Additionally, inside this chest, you find a mummified hand, a silver skull the size of a coin, a tiny silver bell without a clapper, and a mechanical canary inside a gnome-crafted lamp.
Cool.
Hey, Soren, do you think you could fly me up there?
Sure. I guess I'll put what I find into my inventory, and then I will go grab Queniana.
Feel free to write any of that down that you wish.
Can
Queniana,
I?
I'm just gonna bump
Can
you
I-
Did you
up.
find anything?
Yeah. Yeah. Can I add stuff like freeform to my inventory?
Yeah, if you open the lock on the top right corner of your sheet, you can just add freeform stuff to it.
Okay.
Probably throw that
Did
in
you tell us that you found things, or did you just pocket them?
I will let people know if you could remind me what I found though. Now that I can write it down.
See, there's the
Okay.
potion.
So there's a potion. Yep, purple and pink potion.
Okay.
There was a silver bell and a silver skull about the size of a coin.
Okay.
There was... I'm losing it now. A mummified hand.
Yep.
And I feel like I'm forgetting the last one.
Canary in a jar.
That's
Lamp.
right. Okay, yes, a canary and a lamp. Like a metal, like mechanical figurine of some kind.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
As Soren gets within 30 feet of me, are any of the things he's carrying magical?
The potion is.
Can I just take a look at it and see if I can figure out what it is based
You
on
may.
my knowledge of magic?
Yeah.
And I'll get to something else in a second, but go ahead and before we get to anything else, you can go ahead and roll that. Give me an Arcana check, or if you're proficient with alchemy supplies, you may roll that instead. I'm sorry. You've not seen this particular potion before. Doesn't seem like it's one that's commonly on the market.
I got no clue. You wanted
So,
to
yeah,
go
sorry,
look
I had to yawn. That's my bad. So as you guys were in here, and you were looking for magic as well, Queniana, you actually detect just a ping of magic just on the edge of your senses, directly above you. I suppose the school of magic would be necromancy.
Oof. Hey, Soren,
Yup.
can you get us up to the top floor?
Why?
Well, there's something magical up there, and it may have been dead at one point because it's necromancy.
I don't want to do that. That doesn't sound good, but I guess that's sort of what we've been looking for the whole time, so okay. So is there just
Okay.
more verticality to this tower?
You actually look up, and there's no additional floor above you. You see the sloped roof above you, but it has holes in it. Perhaps you
Are
could
these
squeeze
like...
through.
Oh, okay.
It's the the top of the tower, the very sloped, pointy bit. You can see the
Got
inside
it.
of that from here.
Okay, so he already flew me up to the third floor or whatever it was.
Yep, you are tied with the attic right now.
We could also go outside and do it that way.
Should we check the other rooms just in case?
It seems like a fine idea.
Alright. let's keep poking around the creepy, probably haunted house.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, is this a door at like a new height, or we were going back to here, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So where are you guys exploring? So I know where to stop you. and where
I
to-
was thinking
These
we
two
were gonna go up. Oh, yeah, let's get each. About Darvak takes the right one. I look in the left one to start.
Okay. If you guys want to give me investigation checks, you may do so.
Looks like the kids are on this.
Yeah, these rooms. Some of the rooms in this house, I will admit, with a 15 investigation check, not you've investigated a few rooms together. Some of the rooms to this house, everything's covered in dust, right? But some of the rooms in this house are less dusty than others. You don't notice any obvious disturbances and things, but it seems like some of these rooms may have had more interaction than others in recent years. These rooms appear to have not been disturbed in decades, potentially. They are so covered in dust and cobwebs. It doesn't look like, it looks like you guys are the first people to be in here, and nobody even knows how long. The rooms also don't appear to be nearly as well furnished as the other rooms in this house. Other rooms had like gold tables and like hunting trophies and things, whereas these rooms just have like cots and like empty shelves and things.
Would they be servants' quarters or something?
Potentially. They do look a little nicer than what you might consider for servants' quarters for a baron or baroness of these times, if this place hasn't been touched in many years. If anyone wants to try and determine the purpose of the rooms, I'd say an insight check could be appropriate.
Or I'm not super wise.
All right. These two identical rooms, you've already seen, or you've already known that the Baron and Baroness had 2 children. And you've already seen a couple kids' beds here. So you don't think that's what this is for. But they also look too nice and too empty to be the servants' quarters. 2 identical rooms, small rooms that just exist in a random corner of the house. A Baron and Baroness would probably be rich enough to have guest bedrooms.
Okay, no emotional attachment.
Yep.
Can I go up the stairwell at the end of the hall and
Yep.
take a solid look through the attic?
You may. Against the northern wall, there is a chest. There are a couple cots up here as well. And this room is... Give me a second while I catch up on... There we go. These cots look much less nice.
Can I make a general investigation on that?
You may. There's also a wardrobe in the southeastern corner. This room, you mentioned a servant's quarters downstairs. This looks significantly more like servant's quarters to you. Everything up here is much less nice, much less well kept. Potentially, that's partly due to the holes in the ceiling that you can see collapsed all over the floor beneath. But yeah, in this room is the chest, a couple beds, and a couple wardrobes. There's not many other features to it besides the door.
I'm gonna poke in the wardrobes first.
Okay. You did you say poke or look? Sorry.
Open them. If there's
Open.
anything in them, then poke around.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, you open them up and they both contain pretty identical things. And actually, once you open them, you notice that the doors to these wardrobes aren't really as dusty as everything else around here. The insides of the wardrobes aren't that dusty either. And there's clothes hanging in here. Clothes that don't appear to be that old, though not very rich. They're basically a step above rags, just brown and gray clothes of various sizes and shapes. But in addition to the brown and gray clothes, are much nicer, much more vibrant red sashes. One sash to pair with each outfit of rags.
That's not creepy at all. Anybody else thinking like ritual sacrifice from this?
Surely doesn't look good.
I want to look through the
What?
chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just handle whatever Quiniana was saying first, and we'll get to you.
Oh, I was gonna poke at the chest. I was
Okay.
gonna look at the chest next.
Perfect. This chest looks pretty cheap, but it does have a rusty padlock keeping it closed. Absolutely, sir. It is a pretty cheap, shitty lock, and it has seen better days. It's partially exposed to the elements out here, and so you're able to get it open pretty quickly. It almost crumbles in your hands as you take it apart. Inside the chest are a bunch of the Baron's hunting paraphernalia. There is a suit of studded leather armor, sized for a portly adult human. A leather helmet, a heavy crossbow, and a wooden case with the monogram BB, and 2 hunting traps.
I open the wooden case.
Inside are 15 crossbow bolts with crimson fletching.
Ooh.
Does anyone want any of this stuff? It's a ton of
Are they
hunting stuff.
magical?
None of it is magical, unfortunately.
Alright, I'm gonna snag the hunting traps if nobody else objects.
All right.
Crossbow.
Hunting traps coming up. Bop, bop.
Crossbow.
Heavy crossbow for Zinro.
Is that like a ranger thing? I don't actually know if crossbows are a ranger thing or not, or they're kind of different.
You are good
Okay.
with. You can use any weapon. You are proficient with any
Crossbow!
weapons. So you have a heavy crossbow and crossbow bolts, which I will bump up to 15. There you go.
Yeah, I use
there's
a
also-
light crossbow if I use anything.
Fair enough. There's also a suit of studded leather armor.
Do we want to grab that and sell it later? I could use some cash, just saying.
Andrew, you're pretty portly.
Several of you are also. I believe a couple of you are wearing leather armor that is not studded.
Yeah, I may want that.
Yeah, I don't think it would fit Xander though, because it's kind of, like 2.5 feet tall.
Yeah, you'd have
Also,
to
no,
get it
I don't know if
modified.
it's-
So.
Oh,
Would
you
it
can do
fit
that?
me?
Okay.
Will it fit Soren?
Soren, just based on the picture you've chosen, I do imagine it would be a little bit round. Would you say that Soren is a little bit round?
Well, feathers are
Sure.
poofy.
I'd say it would probably fit Soren. He's fluffy enough.
Yeah. He'd have some armor hair when he takes it off, but
Sure.
Sure, let's make a pokey owl.
All right. Oops. Would help if I could actually spell things. There we go. Studded leather armor for Soren. Pop.
oh, thank you.
I think all this leaves left is the basement, right?
There's a door in this room.
Yeah.
There you go. That's true. That's pretty true.
Oh, there's a tile on it. I'm blind.
All
Or
right.
anything, and I'm just gonna go for a straight, thorough investigation of this room as I walk
Absolutely.
in.
Another hole in the roof of this place. As you can see, wood scattered all over the floor here. And additionally, this place looks like it was used as an attic to store lots of things. You can see a lot of the things in here have fallen prey to the elements. Things have started to rot or get soggy and wear away. There's old chairs, tables, benches, hunting trophies, rolled up rugs, a standing mirror, and similar unwanted furnishings that they had nowhere else to put in the house. Leaning against the east wall are 6 flat, rectangular objects wrapped in canvas sheets. As you guys look through this room, you begin overturning some things. A bird in the corner near Zandri flutters out of the shadows just as you see it, that it's there, and immediately flies out through the hole in the ceiling. As
Is
you
that
look around,
whole?
sorry.
It's just, is this whole bird's more bird sized or is it larger?
It's larger. I feel like any of you could probably squeeze through it if you had the means to get up there. The holes in the ceiling in this attic room and the one to the north of you are both pretty large. The framed objects, they're kind of wrapped in canvas on the right side. Would you look in those at all?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Anything magical in here? Just checking to be sure.
You detect the same slight magical energy you detected earlier above you again from in here.
Okay.
As you look through the wrapped canvas items, there are multiple different golden framed things. A couple mirrors, a couple oil paintings. These could all be pretty valuable. They're all well kept. The canvas wraps have protected them against the elements. That would be 2 gold-framed mirrors, one of which is cracked, and 4 gold-framed oil paintings. One of the paintings depicts 3 deer on a hilltop, backlit by the dawn. Another shows a mastiff with a dead duck in its mouth. The third depicts an armored human knight on a hippogriff, both shown in profile. The knight's shield bears a holy symbol of some kind. And the fourth painting is a portrait of Baron Brentifax, seated in a chair with a grey mastiff sleeping at his feet, his wife standing by his side. The Baron is depicted as a stout, well-dressed man in his 50s with bags under his eyes. The Baroness is shown as a thin, tall woman in her 50s. One of her hands rests gently on the Baron's shoulder, while the other grasps a small bouquet of roses.
I check to see if I would know what symbol
Sure, give me a
is on
religion
the
check.
shield.
Of course. The holy symbol of Torm, a god of courage and self-sacrifice. Fitting for a valiant knight on a hippogriff. You gather that this is likely not a portrait of anyone the Baron or Baroness personally knew. This is a very fanciful and idealized, courageous knight.
Can I keep the intact mirror?
You may. It is rather large, but you can probably fit it into your pack still. It would just be kind of clunky back there, but you may indeed.
Yeah. I'll put it like on the side that's most towards me so that it just like gives a stiff back edge to the backpack part of it.
Certainly. And just so we keep track of it and I don't forget, you can mark it down. There's a value section in custom items. Mark that down as a 50 gold piece mirror.
Ooh. Okay. Give me a sec. inventory. We're working on figuring things out.
The rest of you figure the paintings are probably also worth a similar amount, though the cracked mirror may be worth a little bit less.
Anyone want to hold on to these?
Does anyone have like mending to fix that?
Nope.
All right.
Is the night painting too big for a backpack? Obviously.
I mean, you could kind of, like Quiniana did, sort of strap it between yourself and the backpack. You just
Okay.
keep it
I'll
wrapped
do-
in its like canvas to keep it protected back there. But yeah. So you may add whoever wants to grab the paintings may just add 50 gold piece paintings to their packs, or a broken 50 gold piece mirror if you'd like to add that.
How do we get the compendium again?
Those would not be items you'd find in the compendium, unfortunately. So you're gonna have to go to your inventory and hit plus add item. Probably just in the loot section, and just add like a mirror or a painting or whatever.
Okay. So how many was there total? Because like there wasn't 5 things. Was there?
There
4
were-
paintings,
Yes.
2 mirrors.
Oh jeez.
Sandra isn't going to carry them because that's a terrible idea for the old man to put more shit in his back.
How much does it weigh?
Let's call them 3 pounds each, and that's probably
Okay.
a little bit light, but they're not intended to be too heavy.
Okay.
I think
Those
regardless,
hunting
just-
traps are huge. I don't think I can keep them.
Yeah, they do weigh a little bit. It's true.
I was thinking like a simple bear trap.
Yeah,
not
I think
something that was 25 pounds.
that is the intention, but they're just really heavy duty, and they're also old. They're not like modern nice traps. Very crude.
Alright, I'm gonna drop those because, well, I'm overloaded at the moment.
Fair enough.
All right. So who's holding what? So we can make sure we take everything. If that's the plan.
I have a night painting.
I have the intact mirror.
So there's a broken mirror and 3 paintings remaining. Each is 3 pounds.
I'll just take 2 of the paintings. This is for the group, at least. I'm just holding on to them for right now. We'll figure it out later.
Makes sense.
Unlock.
I say, do we want to leave the painting of the Baron here since this is their house?
Sure. It's probably a good idea, Darbeck.
Well, I think everyone's got it. If Zinra has 2 paintings, Darbeck has the third, the fourth's on the ground.
I'm just gonna make one item called paintings.
That works. Yeah, just mark down that they're worth 50 gold so we don't forget.
Total.
50 gold each.
Dang. Okay. 50 each. Total. And how do you add weight? Oh, here we go. Weight. We'll make it 6 pounds. I think that worked.
Soren. You hear
Yep.
the sound of a creaking door coming from down the stairs.
Guys, I think a door is opening. By down the stairs, do you mean like directly behind me, or?
Yeah, like the staircase that you can reach from here, yeah.
All right, guys.
Alright, let's rush down the stairs.
Do we have a preferred marching order, or are we just gonna go?
Looks like it's
Quiniana's
already happening. This is fine.
leading the way,
This order's
leading the charge.
Perfectly good.
Alright. Which doors?
Well, let's just keep going until we see something.
Yeah, I
DM's
think
like,
we
it's
haven't
9:42. We got to
checked-
wrap this up.
Yeah, I think we haven't checked the basement
Yeah.
and maybe one room on the first floor.
And all we heard was so we're just gonna look.
Was that door? Okay. Have any of the doors opened or closed?
Give me an investigation check. Pretty low DC. Yes, as far as you can tell, the doors are in about the same places you left them last time you were through
Yeah.
here.
Slowly keep going down.
Like all of the doors?
The doors that you just passed on that hallway and stuff are in the positions that you left them based on your 17 investigation check, yes.
Okay.
You don't remember any of them being in
So-
different spots.
Either we're hearing things or.
Let's okay, let's group up.
Okay, where are you guys?
Bottom floor, like main
Indeed.
hall.
And let me really quickly make sure there's not anything. Okay, so you're in the den. This
Yeah,
room
the
C5. Okay. So yes, there's lots of hunting trophies around the room here. You can see several doors and a hallway leading to the south as well.
I think we could check down this hallway.
let's check the hallway and then go to the basement.
Yeah, did anyone want to check in this room?
I
I'll do
will.
one. Oh,
Whatever you guys are feeling.
Oop. I will make an investigation check.
I would okay, the room Zinro's in, if you want to make a check there, and then the room Quiniana's in, if you want to make a check there. Those are separate rooms.
nice. I haven't done one yet today. Boom, shakalaka.
Okay, Zinro first. So you guys had to pass through that room first, anyways. The main thing you uncover in this room is just above the fireplace. There's a blank spot on the wall that looks like something used to be there. There's not as much dust there. Looks like the rest of the wall is sort of sun stained, except for that one spot.
The painting shaped.
It is painting shaped and about the size of the one painting you left behind. The painting of the Baron and his wife. Quiniana, the room you are in is a kitchen. Strangely, it almost smells like you can smell the ghostly scent of meals past still haunting this kitchen, forever trapped in the wood of the tables, in the soot of its hearth, and the grime of its pots, many of which hang from hooks around the room. Almost everything you would expect to see in a kitchen of this size can be found here, including dish-filled cupboards, cleaning supplies, and cooking utensils. As you open the door, mice scurry across the floor, trying their best to avoid you.
Okay. No magic within 30 feet of me?
No magic within 30 feet of you. And you got a 21 investigation check, that's why I will mention. It is pretty clear that this kitchen was used recently. Pots and pans have remnants of food in them, left so far unwashed, pretty recently used. Some things have clearly
Alright.
been very recently washed, are not covered with layers of dust.
I poke my head out and say, hey guys, looks like somebody's been using the kitchen, and then I'm gonna go open this door.
Oh,
Oh,
there's another door.
hey there.
Yep.
You find a
And then
hallway
go down the hall.
Oops.
Oh,
leading
okay.
into the lower floor of the tower that you were in earlier, in which there is a large, very nice dining table with lots of chairs all around. The dining room, large oak table, 6 high-back chairs. Each chair is carved with the image of a stag at the head of it. Suspended
Ooh.
above the table is a gaudy chandelier tied off with ropes. Puddles of water on the flagstone floor are a result of moisture seeping in through the broken windows around the tower wall. There's a fireplace in the wall, which appears recently used. No roll necessary for that one.
I'm gonna make just look around, see if there's any signs of scuffles.
Sure.
Oh, people, listen.
It appears this dining room is still used somewhat regularly. There's a layer of dust on many things in the room, certainly, but the table itself seems clean. The chairs seem clean, and sort of the dust on the floor seems scuffed up as the chairs are moved back and forth all over the place.
Huh. Okay. Well, someone who's probably not a ghost is or was still around. They may be the source of the scream. But
Let's check the basement now.
Yeah, let's go to the basement. It's possible somebody came in and went straight down.
could be, though I thought they were upstairs.
It wasn't upstairs, it was on the roof, right?
You hear the sound of shattering glass coming from outside the front door.
Okay. Can I go peek at the front door and see if I see anything? Actually, yeah. I'm just gonna peek through the hole we made in the door.
Don't get too far ahead just yet, Zinra, but we'll get to you. Appreciate it, thank you.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not going down there.
Give me a perception check, please, Konyana. You're peeking your head out the door. As you look out the front door and just look all around you, you happen to glance up, and just as you glance up, you see something duck behind the edge of the roof. You don't see any
Creepy.
scattered glass on the front steps, though. They are just as you left them.
More phantom sounds. Let's go into the basement, because that'll be fun.
All right, old man.
Okay, how do you get to basement?
Slow as she goes.
Go down from, yeah, right from there. Just go down one more. Perfect.
I'm gonna chill right here.
Yeah, okay, now that everyone's in the room, you can see most of it.
The pause.
The pause, it's happening. This cold, damp, oddly shaped cellar has an 8-foot high ceiling and a flagstone floor. The walls are made of rough, mortared bricks, and thick cobwebs cover the crates, barrels, and old furniture stacked against the north wall. To the south are a pair of closed wooden doors, which I believe Zinro can now see, or Xandri can now see. The Z's, they get me again, Lamau. Xandri should be able to see those doors.
Zanro.
Zanra, exactly. And you can hear, especially Xandri, to the south, a door gently creaking back and forth. Just like oscillating, not like somebody's pushing it. Maybe in a breeze or something.
Well, I'm gonna tell everyone this way.
So there's a door to your east and a door to your south. The door to the south is
I'll point
creaking
out-
gently.
Yeah, I was gonna point out the south door and say, let's just check this other one first. The east door.
You may indeed.
Is that this door?
Yep, that took you a bit of force, but you're able to get it open after just a bit of push. Didn't feel locked, just kind of stuck, swollen in its frame a little bit. This is a cold, windowless room, with 2 wood-framed beds and an old rug, a couple wardrobes. There's a wooden shelf supporting a pair of candlesticks, and the candles are unlit.
I'm gonna look in the wardrobes.
The wardrobes are empty. The wood of the wardrobes are damp, and it appears that anything of value in this place was taken long ago.
Can I just check and make sure that there aren't signs of a struggle in here?
You may. Doesn't appear to be signs of struggle in here. Everything is sort of just either dusty if it's high enough in the air or damp if it's lower down. It doesn't look like it's been touched in quite a long time. As you
What
step
about
out of... Sorry?
Oh, go ahead.
Well, as you step out of that room, just unstacking characters there, the door to the south creaks open and slams against the wall. And a bunch of you have pretty good perception scores, right? So I'm just going to say it to all of you. You all hear, some of you better than others, a whisper. I can't get out.
Fuck that. Fuck.
Right. I'm gonna head towards the creepy thing.
Alright. Inside
The
this
door,
room,
though.
the only feature of this circular room is a 4-foot diameter well in the middle of the floor. Next to the shaft sits a wooden bucket fastened to a coiled length of rope. None of you can see how deep the well goes. It is veiled in
Even with
darkness.
120 feet of dark vision.
Actually, with 120 feet, you can see it, yes. It goes a little over half that.
Okay. What's at the bottom of the well?
From here, you can make me a perception check at disadvantage because that would be within your dim light range. I believe. Wait, do you have the fancy warlock sight that gives you bright vision range?
No, I just have 120 feet of dark vision. I think it's a racial trait.
Ah, just as a deep gnome or whatever. Cool. All right, that's fine then. So this would still be a disadvantage, but it is a perception check just to see what you can see down there.
Okay. Okay, how do I set disadvantage in this? Oh, there we go.
All right. All the way down there. As you look down, you see there's something down there. You can't quite make it out. You see there's not really any water left down there. It's not only dried out, but perhaps only inches of moisture down there. But as you peer down in there and try to get a good look, you hear a whisper echo up from the well. Rarn, where are you, boy?
It said,
It said, Brorn, where are you, boy?
okay. And the voice is masculine?
It is a masculine voice, but it is a whisper.
Should we? I kind of want to drop a lit torch down. Maybe that's a bad idea if there's like potentially a person though.
Can you guys let me down with the rope?
And Soren fly down.
How far down is it?
Oh, a little over 60 feet.
I only have 50 feet of rope.
There's that rope with a bucket.
There is a rope next to the well, yes.
I don't trust any structures in the well, but if you guys hold on to it and just like let me climb down, I'm good at seeing in the dark and I can just poke around. And worst case, I either yell at you guys to come help me or pull me back up.
My only concern is how we can help if something happens down in the well.
I make sound, you pull me back up.
Did you have a spell to whisper to someone? Are you able to see if it's someone who will respond down there? Or
I
can you not hear them?
I can do message and send messages, but I still have to speak them.
Is there a range on that?
Yes, there is. Give me a sec.
That's 120 feet, if I remember correctly. On
So
message.
I guess I will
Yeah.
point down the hole and cast message at whatever's down there saying, "Hey, are you okay?"
You feel that... I guess I don't really want to set this precedent. You point down the well, hoping there's a creature down there that the spell will reach. But no response comes back.
Okay. That didn't work. I think we're back to plan A.
I think that would be tough for us to get you down there, because as we saw, none of us are strong against the front door. So I'm not sure how we would fare holding a rope. We could try.
You do it
I'm
together,
just-
though, no?
I'm just counting on your body weight and the fact that I don't weigh all that much. And then if you all work together, you can probably pull me up. I'm really good at seeing underground. I spent a lot of time in the dark, so my night vision's pretty good.
Okay.
And I don't currently have any magic items on me, so if the worst happens, you guys can just get up.
So if we all think it's a good idea.
You can't fly like in there. It's too like narrow.
No, I can't.
Yeah, 4 feet I don't think is enough for Soren's wingspan, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's 4 feet in diameter, so
I'm pretty sure Soren's wingspan would be larger than that to comfortably fly.
Well, if you feel comfortable, let's get ready and do it.
Or it's a haunted
right.
hole. What else is
Do we get
closer
like
to haunt?
a line
One
to
of
hold the
you,
rope?
yeah, one of you choose to be the one at the front holding the rope, and then that person gets advantage on an athletics check to lower Queniana down into the well. So just choose somebody
Who's
without a
got
negative
good
modifier. I guess.
athletics?
Are you good with strength? Darbeck?
I'm good at acrobatics, but not athletics.
Well, let's put it this way: who's not bad at strength?
+2.
They're the best by far.
Yeah,
That's
I have
3 better
+0.
than me.
All right.
I have -1.
Zinro the athlete. +2.
Hell yeah, baby.
Give me that advantage athletics check. See how this goes.
I also give him guidance.
Good call.
And then just add the 1d4 situational.
Yep.
Yep.
That'll do.
All right. Oh,
Plenty.
what did I?
Plenty. This is
I
not
rolled a
a...
4, or
With,
I rolled a.
with several of you holding the rope, this is not a terrifically difficult task. This was really like a natural 1 check, basically. Fortunately, the 4 of you combined, you're able to do this. It may be a little awkward for Darbeck holding a torch in one hand, but you guys manage. Queniana is lowered down into the well. The rope goes down just about 70 feet. And Queniana, when you reach the bottom, you realize that the well opens up a little bit into a cistern at the bottom, about 10 feet tall, 10 feet wide, and the rope goes all the way to the bottom. And there's just like an inch of water scattered on the floor. It's pretty murky and dark down here.
Alright. What was that thing I saw it?
It doesn't take you long to find things down here. You've got good dark vision. I'm not even going to make you roll for it. It's more of a, just going to take you some time, kind of just sifting through the water down here, trying to find anything hidden. And you find what you saw. You saw some sort of glint from up above, but you couldn't tell that it was even shiny. It's hard to tell even what it was. But now you can see, the reason you're able to see it from so far away is, even though it's so small, the shininess of it helped you find it. You find a locket that is a holy symbol on a gold chain.
Do I recognize the holy symbol?
Give me a religion check.
Yeah.
Pretty low DC, but just in case. Wouldn't worry about it too much. Yep, totally good. This is a very popular goddess, Sune, the god of love and beauty.
Okay. Is the locket magical?
Yes, but it is. I'm gonna say it's not necessarily a school of magic, but you do recognize it. You can still see the aura around things, and this to you, it looks like holy magic, if that makes any sense. This is a holy
Okay.
symbol that has been properly blessed.
Oh, it's like a symbol on a chain. It's not a locket that opens.
It is also a locket that opens.
Alright, I'm gonna open it.
Inside, you see a portrait of the Baron's wife.
Yeah, honestly, Is there anything else down here?
Not that you can see. This place is pretty empty. Just water.
Okay, no skeletons in the cistern?
No skeletons in the cistern.
Okay.
But you do hear a whisper in your ear. A whisper that the others above don't hear because they're too far away. This one's even quieter than the others. It says, "You found it. Bring it back."
I whisper, bring it back where? I
Bring
have
it
no
back.
idea if this
To me.
not good.
It is mine.
Who are you?
The voice pauses for a while. There's silence. And then you just hear a whisper, "I can't get out. Brorn, where are you, boy?"
Where are you? Are you in this house?
Bring it back to me.
Look, I'm trying. I just don't know anything about the place. Any hints?
Sorry, I think Discord cut out on you there. What'd you say?
I was talking to the ghost saying, look, I'm trying. I don't know the area. Any hint, please? I have no idea if this is gonna work. I'm just talking to thin air. If you can tell me
If
a
you
room or
see-
something?
Brorn, send him back to me. We have a hunt tomorrow.
Are you dead? Because I think he might be dead.
It's a dead man go on hunts.
I don't know.
Bring it back to me. It's mine.
Bring what back?
You found it.
Okay. Alright. I'll see what I can do. And I tug on the rope.
Another athletics check, please. From our athletic boy. The party athlete. And navigator. And crossbowman.
Huh?
And swordsman.
Sorry, I didn't hear the.
Oh,
what-
athletics check, please. Advantage to pull Quiniana up from the well.
Aha. I was looking for
I
memes.
Yanked
Advantage.
on the rope with it.
Yes, advantage, please. Excellent. You guys really, you learned from the first time lowering her down, and now you've got a better leverage, and you orient yourselves better, and you pull her right up, and she's got a sort of muddy and dirty locket in her hands, but it still shines with gold nonetheless. And Sword, you immediately recognize the holy symbol of Sune as well.
Ooh.
Okay, guys, maybe I've lost it, but the locket's talking, and I think it might be the Baron, and he wants me to bring this back to him. I don't know if it's, like, can we just leave it on the grave? Would that be okay?
We could see if anything happens.
I think it's either that or
He
whatever
thinks he's
stuff.
going on a hunt tomorrow.
I mean, Brorin is buried by his side, so
Alright, yeah.
maybe we should go try.
I mean, that's the best I got, unless we want to go deal with some magic dolls and whatever it is that might be undead on the roof.
I say let's start with the graves because it's
Sure.
Alright.
So I'm just kind of like holding this thing.
Since we are a few minutes over on the session here, I'll just sort of describe to you what happens as you bring your characters out there, but you bring this symbol out to the grave of Baron Brentifax, bearing the holy symbol of Sune that doubled as a locket, the holy symbol of love that contained the image of his wife, a locket that seemed to have his spirit surrounding it, restless, unable to escape, unable to pass on. But you bring this locket, very important to him, to his grave. As you rest it around the stone, you can faintly see an outline as you look up from the stone, as the moonlight hits the mist just right, of a very round man holding a crossbow with a leather helmet, one hand on his own gravestone, tears streaming down his face as he sniffles and says, "Thank you." And he reaches down to pet a misty dog that appears by his side, and then he walks into the mist. And each of you, as you all participated in returning Baron Brentifax's precious locket to his spirit and letting his spirit pass on, gain the benefits of the boon of heroism, which are the charm of heroism. I apologize. Essentially, you may each add 1 potion of heroism to your inventory, though it's not actually a physical item. So you get a one-time use of the potion of heroism, which I can add to your inventories myself, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Which is a buff that for 1 hour after drinking it, you gain 10 temporary hit points that last for an hour. For the same duration, you are under the effect of the Bless spell with no concentration required.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
So that is a one-time benefit that goes away and never recharges. So it's like a potion. That's why I say just adding the potion is easiest. But that is the reward you get for successfully allowing a troubled man's spirit to pass on to the next life.
Nice.
And that's where we'll end it for this evening. You guys have made some good progress. You've uncovered some things about this house. There's still some mysteries to uncover here, though. There were phantom noises, there were strange magic auras, and a head that disappeared onto the roof above before you could catch it. And so we'll pick up from there next time, uncovering the rest of the mysteries of Chalet Brentifax, the old, worn-down cabin. Thank you guys for playing this week.
Thanks for running.
Of course.
We still need a fancy book.
It's true, it's true. You guys are getting
Find
close.
the fancy book.
You got a book that's got most of its pages that's pretty mysterious.
Yeah. Unredact.
True. Seems like there's only a couple pages of that thing left.